Of Carrots and Blood is a collection of mini-games in the top-down shooter genre. It mainly focuses on defending your carrot while fighting off mutants, ogres, and whatever the hell that thing is. The game comes out on March 24th, 2016 for $7.99 on Steam, but before I begin, this key was obtained from the developer for review purposes, but it won't change my opinion of the game in the end. The gameplay has the base of the top-down shooter here. Waves of enemies, last as long as you can before you're killed by the undead or your core is destroyed. You can pick up power-ups along the way to help you out, ranging from multi-shots to deployable traps that lure enemies. A strong visual style is complemented by great performance here, with no slowdowns and 60 FPS plus. There are a couple of differences here in the genre though. For one, your main character can only take one hit, while your core can take a bunch. You've got to do your best of keeping yourself alive without letting your core take too much damage. This alteration is refreshing, as you can't go all out on defending your core, and you have to make tactical decisions on moving into a place where you can shoot but not get hurt. This is additionally complemented by the arena layout. The side of the maps are obscured despite markers indicating incoming zombies, so it is entirely possible to get surprised and have a run scrapped thanks to poor awareness on your part. In addition, one smart feature is the fact that you can actually damage your core, and it complements the circular arena here. Because enemies come from all sides, attempting to hit them before they get to your core can result in a shot or two hitting it, due to the angles you'll have to shoot at. The controls are precise enough to be able to take advantage of these angles, with either the keyboard or the controller, but you will end up hitting your carrot every now and again. Again, this adds to the tension, especially when you have a power-up that can deal reasonable damage. As you play through the game, you get brains to unlock new items and characters, even the iconic PewdiePie and Marzia from YouTube fame. While they have cosmetic differences in those characters and what they throw, there is no impact on gameplay here. If you want that, you'll need to buy new power-ups and equipment. Which is precisely where the game falters. While the arcade setting works at first for the simple game, there's just way too little variety here. Sure, you can go and try to get bigger and bigger scores and unlock a little bit more in equipment and power-ups, but with no alternate levels or enemy waves, the game gets too repetitive really quickly. After 2 or 3 runs, I was doing the same thing, over and over and over again, with little variation. Enemy variety really hurts as well, as while you'll get an ogre with a shield that you can only damage from one side, or a ninja that'll go right at you and your core, that variety disappears rather quickly. This is probably where the game was the weakest, as while the little twists like the mutant that attached to you helped, it became a predictable formula in terms of kill progression, when they'd come out and when you'd need to worry about specific enemies. It relies on sheer numbers to overwhelm you, rather than fooling or misdirecting you, or giving you a challenge that you weren't ready for. Even the other games aren't really that much different in the long run, being avoiding danger of some sort while facing a friend or two. Sure, the experience changes a little bit when you have 2 players in the regular mode, as you can revive each other in the battlefield, but it's just not that much different from the main single player here. Well, unless you turn on friendly fire, then it's Troll City. Now you can play online, but it's a hassle. Some people will know what an IP address is and are used to host and join mechanics, but the majority of Steam will not, and this doesn't make sense for the audience in question. Now granted, this probably helps in terms of connection quality for gameplay, but with no server browser or ability to search for games, it means you have to play with someone you know. Of Carrots and Blood may have done better in focusing on its main component, its top-down shooting, and working strictly off that and nothing more, because its small twist on the genre does work at first. It just can't keep it up. The repetitive nature of the game becomes apparent very quickly, and it just can't last in keeping your attention. If you're looking for an alternative top-down shooter experience, it does the job I suppose, but I would wait for a sale in most cases. Now, there's an older version of the game that you can try, and I'll put the link in the description below. It's not the full game, but it gives you an idea of what to expect. Thanks for watching. Like the video, share it with a friend, and subscribe if you want more content like this. In the description below, you'll find the Steam review accompanying this vid, along with social media that you can follow me on, Twitter, Google+, and Facebook groups. And if you want to support the channel, click that Patreon on the left of the screen. And remember, keep on gaming.